All right, hello everyone. Here we are, hole 2 here of the Master Tournament. And if you have Apocalypse, I'm gonna highly recommend that you use that for this hole. In terms of ball, we might just kind of play it by whatever the wind is more than anything. You do want to have a nice wind, maybe I'm thinking somewhere 11, 12. Potentially 13, because what that's going to allow you to do is not have to power up. So here you can see that we did get kind of close to a 12 here. And what you'll want to do is just try to aim for this island kind of towards the center. Keep in mind that when you curl this to the right, it's going to land farther right than where you aim. So you do want to account for that and make sure when you add curl, especially at a significant amount. Now, what you can see my opponent doing here is adding power. Might not be necessary. So let's just see how this works out. It looks like he did still hit the island, but it was probably pretty close. And you can actually see how long he actually ended up hitting it. So let me show you the way that I recommend doing it, which would be essentially with no power, especially with a significant wind. But you're also going to see that I'm going to try to cut mine a little bit harder than him. And if you can see what I'm doing with my grid line, I'm kind of aiming this towards the left-hand side of the island because I know when I curl it that it's going to curl back farther towards the right. And as I mentioned, I'm not going to power. And you can see with how much curl I'm applying. And I'm also using full backspin here and just trying to get it somewhere towards the bottom fairway here. If it stays on the green, that's okay, but you can find yourself out of range as well. So you do want to be a little bit cautious when putting it onto the green. It looks like where I put it should be, a relatively straightforward, easy opportunity for me to take advantage of a stroke here. So this will be a hole that you definitely want to get. And as I mentioned, especially when that wind's up 11 and a half, 12, you should be able to go no power. But you might want to pay attention because as it gets down towards 10.7, 10.6, which is kind of the min for a Kingmaker ball, you might want to just club ball up and switch to a Titan and hit the same shot with a Titan. So here you can see my opponent did miss. I was going to, if he made it, I was just probably going to back out. But since I can pick up an easy win here, we're just going to go for it. But as I mentioned, do be careful because you can get yourself out of range here. And you can actually see that I'm starting to get a little bit, I'm right at max club here. However, especially if I kind of cheat the right-hand side of the cup, I should be able to even hit a great ball towards the left and still be able to catch the, I expected to be able to catch that, but I might not, I might have just put just a little bit too much power on it. Not a big deal. It's only Monday and I'm forfeiting out anyway, but just want to make you aware of that. Because it is, very similar to what I was mentioning there with that putt. You'll want to be very cautious. As I mentioned, if you can just kind of gently roll it in, it looks like I had just a little bit too much power there. That would have caught the lip with the great ball if I just had just a little bit less power. So just something that you want to be thinking of as kind of like a secondary, so that way you can get a perfect ball on kind of the right half of the cup and a great ball on the left-hand side of the cup. So good luck there, guys, and I'll see you guys with hole 3 coming up.